A lot of you guys wanted to know how this keyboard was going to sound after it's been completely modded from top to bottom. Well then hey, you're watching TechBased, and today we're going to be customizing / disassembling and rebuilding the Gamma-K TK68. First, I'm going to start by removing every single keycap on this keyboard. Today I'm going to be changing out the keycaps for some other ones, and I'll make sure to show you them later on in the video. I'm not going to include the new keycaps into the total price since the stock keycaps are already amazing. Anyways, this process can be slightly annoying, but in the end you're left with something that looks like this. You can obviously tell I have yellow switches, and if you want to learn more about them and the keyboard in general, then you should check out my other video on this keyboard. Next, I'll be taking out all of the switches and stabilizers out of the PCB and plate. I believe the plate is aluminum, for those of you who are wondering, and it also might be too small since a lot of the switches were impossible to get out. But nonetheless, after hours of wasted time, I managed to take out all the switches and stabilizers. This leads us to our next step, which is lubing the switches. Haha, funny, lubing switches. Don't be that guy in the comments. Anyways, I'm going to be using GPL 205G0 from Amazon. It's not Krytox, but it's pretty much the same exact thing, and I actually think it is the same thing, but it's just cheaper and it comes in a larger quantity. Basically, you just take apart one of the 68 switches, and after a long sorting process and some painful finger stuff later, you should have all your switch parts separated and ready for lubing. I don't know why I'm explaining this as if it's a tutorial, but I guess here it goes. I grabbed some GPL 105 oil and bag lube the springs. By putting drops of oil into a bag filled with bouncy boys, I can successfully lube 68 springs in a matter of seconds. In the keyboard community, this is called bag lubing, and trust me, it's a lot more time effective than lubing each spring individually with a brush. Next, I grab the bottom housing, as do most people, and I begin lubing all 4 inner sides of the switch, including the bottom inside of the switch and that little thing that's sticking up. After putting on an oily spring, grab the thing that has a plus shape on it, aka the stem, and lube all 4 sides of it, and those 2 prongs that are sticking out. Your switch should now be looking something like this. The last thing you want to do is lube the top housing, which in most Gateron switches is clear. Is it Gateron or Gateron? That's besides the point. Here you lube all 4 sides of the housing. Make sure you watch the video intently to really know where to lube, since it can be a little bit confusing for a first timer. I added a thick film switch in between the top and bottom housing and clicked the clicker back together. Now it's time to repeat that 67 more times. Nice, right? I lubed the stabs after disassembling them and used a fat glob of dielectric grease to cover up the wire end. I'll make sure to make a better stab tutorial in the future and how to lube them, and I'll probably even try out some stabilizer tuning techniques such as the Holy Mod by Hamaji Neo, but for now this should do the trick. I don't want to bore you guys with more modding stuff, so I'll just quickly say that I did the Tempest tape mod and added foam into the case before reassembly. Also, I had to put all the lube switches back into the PCB, which didn't take too long and it was pretty satisfying. Okay, but now for a not so quick part. A lot of you guys probably recognize the keycaps as Akko Laker themed keycaps. These were sent out to me by Akko a while back, and I'm really excited to put these onto one of my keyboards. If you want to pick up a pair of these keycaps for yourself, then make sure to click that link in the description. By the way, I'm not sponsored and they didn't pay me to say this, but they're really nice, high quality, great feeling keycaps for a kinda small price. And you know what else comes in at a small price? Subscribing to me. Oh wait, no it doesn't, it's free. Anyways, a huge thanks to Akko for sending these out to me, and a huge thanks to you for watching and almost making it through the entire video. It looks like we're done customizing, so now it's time for the sound test. Bye.